Hi guys, it's me, Tisha from the Bush Doctor Juice Bar. I'm doing this video for all those who purchased my sea moss and are interested in making it into a gel. Like I told you, this is organic, non-processed, wild-crafted sea moss. So it does not gel like processed sea moss. When you cook it, it doesn't gel up like that, but I'm going to show you how this sea moss does gel. Right now, I am on the third rinse. I soaked it for 1 hour the first time, and then I ran it under water and cleaned it thoroughly. Then I soaked it again for over an hour, and then I ran it under water and soaked it again thoroughly, picking out all the seashells, making sure the sand was out, any particles that were from the sea. Now I am on the last soak. And so I'm going to pour spring water. On my last soak, I pour spring water. I try not to use the tap water. And the reason I'm going to do that is because now I'm going to kind of try to alkaline it some by adding some lime. I'm going to squeeze lime. Here we go. Add it in there. Squeeze some more lime. Squeeze it good and make sure it gets all the lime, soak it in. And now since lime is kind of like lime could be kind of like acid in a way, it could break up the sea moss somewhat. So I don't want to break it up too much. So I'm just going to let the lime sit in here for about 10 minutes or so. And then after I do that, I'm going to rinse it again. And then we'll go back to finishing the process, okay? I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm back. It's soaked in the lime for about 10 minutes. Some people might want to soak it a little bit longer. But remember what I said, the longer you soak it in lime, the lime can soften it up, kind of like acid, and break it up some. In some cases, it depends. It depends on how long that you keep it in the water. So right now, I'm going to take it out the lime water and put it in here because I'm going to rinse it one more time. Some people are not going to rinse it. They might just want to leave it with the lime water and use the lime water. But if you're going to use the lime water, you make sure that this sea moss is clean. Make sure it's thoroughly clean. If it's not thoroughly clean, then you're going to rinse it off again, and you can use the lime water as long as the lime water is clean and the water that it was in is clean. But I can tell you that this lime helped clean the sea moss even more. Look at the water. You can tell it did its job. Look at that. I thought the sea moss was clean, but now I realize that it needed that lime because the lime kind of is acting like soap and really cleaning it off. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm going to rinse this off under running water, and I'm going to piece rinse it. So I'm going to take a little bit at a time and rinse it and make sure that everything is clean. So little by little, okay? All right, guys. See you in a minute. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I just finished rinsing it off, but I wanted to add that I did add it back into the lime water, and I let it soak for another 10 minutes. So altogether, I let this soak in the lime water for about 20 minutes. You might be able to do it for 30 minutes, but I must warn you, if you use too much lime, it's going to break it up. So you don't want to use too much lime, okay? Just enough just to clean it, okay? All right, so I just rinsed this off, and now I'm about to add some spring water to this pot. Okay, here we go. Just enough that I'll be able to cover it. Now, I am not going to add the sea moss right away. What I am going to do is bring the water to a boil. Once the water is boiling, then I'm going to add the sea moss for about 3 minutes. I do not want to overcook it. I am adding it just to help sterilize it some, because you have to remember, this came directly from the sea. It had seashells in it, it had dirt in it, sand in it, all kinds of stuff in it from the sea. So we had to clean it very thoroughly, okay? All right, be right back. Okay guys, so I brought the water to a semi-boil. I originally said to boil for 3 minutes, but I don't want to cook it. I just want to sterilize it. So I'm probably just going to put it in the boiling water for about a minute or two, just to kill off any germs or bacteria that might still be left on it from the sea. There really shouldn't be any because I cleaned this really thoroughly, but I just want to make sure that this is really, really clean. You could have always missed a spot. Okay. So we're going to keep that in for a minute. So I'm just going to keep this in here for maybe about a minute or two. If you start seeing it break up, then you can take it out immediately because you don't want it too broken up. You just want to kill off any germs. Okay, guys? All right. Okay, guys. So I put the sea moss in the boiling water, and I did it for less than 2 minutes. And you see, kind of broke up some. But at least I know it is clean. So now I'm going to take it, scoop it up, and put it in the blender. And you guys are probably saying, oh, it's kind of greenish. Remember I told you, depending on where you get your sea moss, it is green. It comes in different colors. And usually it's brownish. If it's dried under the sun, it gets that golden color. But these sea moss was particularly mixed in colors, were more so green, almost like seaweed. Okay, so I scooped it up. And I'm going to add a little water to it. Okay. Maybe about that so. And then we're going to blend it up. Be right back. We're going to start blending. All right, let's start blending. Look at that go. Look at that, ready to gel up. So I also want to add, guys, that when I use the lime, it also helped kill the smell that organic, non-processed, wild-crafted sea moss can have. So the lime helped kill off the smell some. Look at that, it's really getting thick. So I blended it long enough, and then we're going to pour it in a jar and let it gel up some, okay? So let's pour it in and see what happens. Okay. There we go. So we have it right here. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator overnight, and it's going to turn into a nice consistency gel. Now, I added a little bit of spring water. You could add a little bit more spring water. That will make a little bit more gel, okay? But I'm hoping that those who purchased the sea moss, that this kind of helped you out some. And if not, feel free to call me. I'm always here for you. And take care. Till next time.